welcome to the Rooster Teeth Podcast.
It's a podcast. That was the most poorly timed.
Poorly timed. Well, that's what happens when you start planning something literally 5 seconds before you do it.
Yeah.
Hey, let's look away and look at the camera.
I didn't know whether we were going for slow or fast.
Yeah, Burnie jerked us. I did like the.
I went off Gus.
I went off Jack.
No, it was so bad nobody even knows what we're talking about.
A private jet in Aspen crashed on landing. It was like
Did people die?
One person died in that one.
I would imagine that if you're flying one of those massive airliners, like 250 to 300 seat airliners, and you hit a point of the runway where you hit ice and you start to slide, that's just like, there's nothing that I can do. I mean, it's like in a car, that's a helpless feeling. But in a fucking plane, which is as big as a building, I mean, you just like...
And probably going much faster
I
than
can't
your car.
imagine, dude. I can't
Shouldn't you just gun it and take off again?
If you probably can't get traction.
How fast would you
You don't need traction.
Yeah, you do. If you're on the ground already.
Why would you need
what's
traction
gonna happen?
if you're taking off?
Because your wheels need to grab onto something. If you just... It's like being in a car. If you have no traction and you floor it, your wheels just spin.
How do you think planes work?
Yeah, no, that's wrong, Gus.
Wheels don't give
Yeah,
a
the planes don't use wheels to get acceleration.
When they're already on the ground. I mean, but the jets go, but it's not grabbing onto anything.
That doesn't
You
matter.
don't want it to grab when it's on the ground.
Wait, but doesn't it need to grab in order to take off, in order to get speed?
No.
Do you think the wheels turn? The wheels are totally neutral.
Yeah,
Right, but they're still turning.
but they're not accelerating though. There's no
I
acceleration.
still think I'm right, despite the fact you're laughing at me like I'm an idiot.
No, okay, I will say the Mythbusters did a test where they actually put a plane on a treadmill, which is basically the wheels are useless at that point because it's a treadmill, right?
What do you go? Why would they test that?
Because people are saying you need wheels to take off, and that's exactly it. Like taking off on
I've never heard
ice.
this theory of flight that you need to have wheels to take off.
I know you can have like pontoon boats and
I was
take
gonna
off
say,
on
a seaplane is a great example because a seaplane doesn't have.
The thrust from the jet propels you forwards. The airflow directs direction with the rudders and stuff. What do you need wheels for?
You don't need wheels. Wheels just keep you off the ground.
I see what you're saying.
Wheels
When you said the jet propels you forward, I understand.
Yeah. The wheels do not
That's like
give
saying,
any acceleration.
I need to get down off this ladder.
I mean,
but
you
I
say
need
about
to
a car
grab
because
on.
a car gets its propulsion from the wheels and the friction on the road.
Yeah.
Jet has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Makes total sense now.
Okay.
Thank you for explaining it to me, Gavin.
Hey, Gus, you're welcome.
You're getting off easy.
That
I
is
just want to
true.
say that you're getting off easy.
Yeah, if that would have been
You were laughing. You all were laughing. I was waiting for an explanation, and I got my explanation.
Why did you need an
Because I didn't understand it.
Wait.
I'm now imagining a plane trying to take off.
Can we
but
just
it's like, I need to stay on the ground so I can take off.
Can we just point out that Gavin explained science to Gus and got it right?
God, that was a huge.
What is wrong with this
That was
year?
a huge miss on Gus's
We need
part.
more glue for the tires. We can't take off.
We gotta build a road that goes up into the sky so the planes can go higher.
We need extra grip so we can let go of the tarmac.
Oh, this from the guy who's stuck in a fucking beer bottle.
Okay,
this seems appropriate.
So let's bring this around full circle. I asked you this question.
How are we not cut to Gavin?
What is the thing we've all gotten?
There you go.
What's the thing we've all gotten this week on every...
I want to talk about Blaine for a second.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Blaine makes an appearance in Awu
Today we
by
did
the way.
our We did Lads Action News. We busted in. I like smashed up half the office just to be a knob. And Michael wanted to whip out Blaine's body. So he was wearing a leather jacket.
I want to phrase that a little bit better.
So Mike was like, whip it out. And then he takes his jacket off. His shirt underneath was already open.
No.
We went off.
We should get him out. He's got his shirt even showed us. Like if he flexes, his shirt pops open.
Yeah,
Like the Incredible
but
Hulk.
you can see the video. Like we rip his jacket off, and his body's already out. Like it's already out.
There we go.
There he is.
Go on,
There you go. Like rips his shirt open.
That's disgusting, Blaine.
It looks
no one
like-
is impressed. We're all very sad for you.
The video looks like
I'm pretty impressed.
the video looks like we pre-planned it, like a funny bit, but we had no idea we were coming in there.
I don't know. It's a
amazing.
little intimidating. It's like Michael, so like show off your body, and Blaine's taking off his jacket and he has his arms back and his shirt just rips open, and then Michael like pulls it open and Blaine's just screaming no.
Oh my god.
He's like an NBA player, like whipping off the practice pants, basically. That's his shirt.
And then Michael jumped in the dumpster.
Yeah, Michael jumped in a dumpster. Gavin was doing flips in the podcast set. Yeah, it was the Lads Action News team. Okay.
Why is it when people are like, oh, the future's not here yet, I don't have my jetpack? Why is it jetpacks are the first thing people go to when they're like, oh, the future's not here because I don't have my fucking jetpack?
Or a hoverboard.
Do you look? Do you know this thing that's in my fucking hand?
Yeah.
We live in the goddamn
Yeah,
future.
I always thought flying cars were that, but basically it's
Or the
Flight.
hoverboard thing from Back to the Future.
It's funny that-
hoverboard is the new one now that I keep hearing about.
It's funny that transportation is like that's the future. Like everyone's like the transportation, like making transportation easier is gonna be that's the future. But it's like we can literally tap into the world's collective knowledge in the palm of our hands. Like it's with us at all times now.
We got a good friend of
That's the
ours
future.
who used to work at Microsoft. He put out something funny on Twitter the other day, which was, I guess, a quote from one of his friends who said, "We have a device that we can hold in our hands that gives us instant access to the collective accumulation of human knowledge, and we make fun of each other for looking at it too much." You know, it's
Yeah.
like we're embarrassed to use this thing in public because it makes us look like we're disconnected.
Yeah, but if you were sat in a pub with a giant encyclopedia reading through it, you'd still be a prick, wouldn't you? You'd be like you'd be an idiot.
Did people ever actually like read through an encyclopedia?
I don't know. It's what you're
No
saying,
one
man.
looks at Wikipedia like article by article, like interesting.
Aardvark?
I do think it's funny. It's
Antelope?
like it's like you grew up in a Charles Dickens novel. It's like imagine you with a huge tome like thumb, with a pair of reading glasses like this.
Yes.
There was a prank I saw where some guys put like a 2-minute long audio clip of hardcore porn as the dude's Windows startup sound. There's no way to stop that. There's
There's no limit on how long that can
And he's in the library at school,
no.
and he boots it up, and the guy's reaction is just like he ends up ripping the battery out of his
Yeah.
laptop.
Oh my god.
The dude's
God.
reaction is so perfect.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, it's like you take your laptop and like just start smashing it to break it.
Oh my god,
Just stop.
God.
Oh,
How fucking embarrassing.
That's a uniquely guy thing,
Absolutely.
right? Where you will just absolutely hardcore fuck with your friends, and that's totally
What, you think
acceptable.
girls wouldn't do that?
I don't think girls play pranks on each other. No, not like that.
Only behind their backs.
Yeah.
That might be a nice segue. Is it resolution time?
yeah, why not? Let's do it.
Oh yeah. Sure.
So last week, for people who didn't get a chance to watch or listen, Burnie said that for this week we should all come up with resolutions for ourselves for the new year, as well as coming up with a resolution for everybody else on the podcast. So I reminded everyone about it, and hopefully everyone came prepared.
I got mine.
I did.
For me, my resolution is don't change a damn bit. Keep
You're not
it the
changing
same.
anything? You're happy with everything?
Totally happy.
See, that was kind of mine last year. Mine was maintain. Like, I had a good upward trajectory, and I maintained. I had an even better year. 2013 was awesome.
So Gavin, what was your resolution that I should do?
I think you should do more outside things. For example, when sometimes at lunch I go over to Michael's place and we have lunchtime swimmy bevs, I think you should get involved one day.
For the record, I have asked to be invited to that, and
Yeah?
I've never been invited to that. I have
so
asked
full of crap.
repeatedly.
Maybe your resolution should be don't be a liar.
I've asked, and I've been denied. So fuck off.
It's funny. Gavin said that because mine for you guys, yours was tough to think of because I knew you'd be something like, I'm perfect. What do I need to
Yeah,
change?
of
Which
course.
is spot
Well, see,
on.
I'm perfect. Even Jack knows it.
Mine said, mine for you was similar to Gavin, do an outdoor activity with a group of people. That's like your
So just one for the whole year? I like that the bar is set low. Just
do
one
one.
activity this year.
one activity with a group of people. That's two things that you do not like.
I go to get-togethers every now and then. Does that count, or do you mean like a physical activity?
Come
No,
to
I mean,
go-karting.
Yeah, like you say, like go out.
I
and
wanted
go swimming.
to go. Yeah, I
or-
was really sick this week.
or go karting with us or something. Like do something.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I had two. I was stuck between two. My first was for Gus was do a better job of pretending to be a human. That's my first one.
I really have to work on that one.
You have to study human behavior more, and then
I've gotten better at it, I
practice
think.
emulating it.
I've gotten better.
You tweak your
Do you,
programming.
when you interact with other people, is it like a natural thing, or is it like you just follow like a checklist?
It's hard. It's like a checklist. It's
Like a
like
flow
it's,
chart.
it's almost like a flow chart. It's like, what is the proper flow of interaction? Like, what should I be saying? Like, the hardest thing in the world for me, honestly, is like when someone's like, "How are you doing today?" And I'm like, "Fine." I can never bring myself to ask, "And how are you?" I can never bring myself
So
to
you're-
that
because you don't
I
care.
don't give a shit.
Like-
I hate that I was asked a
I think
question.
that's good. I agree with you.
Yeah, and it's like why was I asked that in the first place? Why do I have to respond with a question I don't care about?
so your empathy switch is just broken.
Well, like a lot of like interaction, it's like flourishy and it just doesn't make sense to me. It's like, why don't we just get down to the fucking point? You know, what are we talking? Anyway, give me my hamburger.
Oh, you had another
What's
one
your
for
other
him.
My other one for you is this year. You should figure out just exactly how unhealthy you are.
Yeah.
Because you
I really
use
should.
doctors like enablers where you'll go get a test and you'll see a number that you like, and then everything you're doing is fine, and you'll just keep with the same unhealthy, terrible behavior.
That's very true.
Just
I
awful.
need to be better about that.
So
I really
just
do.
you need to actually go to a doctor for what doctors are really meant for, which is what is your actual health state.
D.
It's Alabama.
Yeah, there you go.
Fucking.
Gavin, okay, so Gus,
Yeah, well, we're all very good. Thank you, everyone. Refresh us. What was your resolution for yourself?
Get a driver's license.
Get a driver's license.
All right. My resolution for Gavin was be less narcissistic.
Ooh, good one.
Oh, mine is
Good one.
mine for Gavin was learn how to drive / get a driver's license.
Look
So,
at that. Fucking nailed it.
There we go.
my guess for Gavin. Mine was actually projecting what he was going to say, which was Gavin wants to be less open with his private life on Twitter because his private life has suddenly on the internet has exploded
Become very
in
public.
like the last 2 months.
And I've
It's-
never said a damn word about it.
It's awesome.
But I see you trying to contract a little bit. I was reading
So
this,
wait, what?
I was reading this weekend about you having a baby. And I was like, why am I reading like it was like first when you read something on the internet, you're like, this fucking idiot. Then you read 3 people and you're like, these fucking idiot friends. Then you read like 40 people and you're like, all right, I gotta look into this now.
Yeah,
Is Gavin
this
having
is
a
a
fucking
thing.
baby?
And before everyone goes absolutely mental,
He is had a
nobody's
baby.
pregnant. And also, my balls are smashed up anyway. There's no way I could have done it. Next.
So,
Wait,
so
what?
so it was someone else.
So I see Gavin is trying to contract.
So what's my resolution then?
Then you're gonna try to be less open with your private
Okay.
life on Twitter.
So
Even
you're-
though you're not open with your private
You're
life
not
on
open
Twitter.
at all.
Yeah, so he's gonna return to October, basically, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your fucking clamshell can't get anything out of you. All right.
And you'll cut yourself.
All right. So mine was I want to direct a live action something. Editing was my big thing when I was in college and whatnot, and I love doing live action stuff. And I've kind of gotten away from that. I do AWU every week, but I want to do something narrative.
Do you count AWU as like directing a live action production?
Kind of, yeah. We shoot live action video, and I cut it together every week. So that's
guess.
something.
I guess so.
So you're talking like a narrative thing?
Yeah, like a music video or a short or something like that.
Would you also want to write it, or do you want someone else to write it and you would just direct it?
Either way, like I've got a friend of mine that I've been wanting to do a music video with for a while, and it just hasn't
You
happened.
need any slow-mo?
Maybe. Well, actually something for RTX that we've talked about that we want to do.
Yeah,
that would
shut
incorporate some slow mo. So
So now for the
That sounds like a
destruction part
setup.
of the resolution.
all right,
Jack,
sir.
shave more.
Okay. I'm actually getting a haircut and a trim this week. So
See,
There
it
we go.
works.
Mine would be to break routine more.
break routine more.
I feel like you just...
You got married. That's a fucking break from
Yeah.
a
That's
That's a
routine.
pretty good routine. I just feel like you just do the same stuff. Just do different stuff is be my
Oh,
thing.
go karting this weekend. That was awesome.
That was cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
You've already done them all. You got married and you went go-karting.
Yeah, the best thing ever.
Guys, how long have you been married?
7.5 years.
And you think getting married gets you out of a routine?
No, I'm just saying he broke his
thing in the
routine.
world.
He spent years not being married.
Yeah.
There we
He-
go.
Every day of his life, he didn't get married up to that day.
Yeah,
So you're
that's-
saying he applied routine to the one aspect of his life where he didn't have routine. I don't understand how you say marriage is not
But
a
my
routine.
example is there something that you do that's the same every week? Like a place you go or like a thing you do that's the
I guess
same
so.
every week?
Like kind of like go to the same restaurants and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
That would be it. Do different
right.
restaurants.
All right, we'll try some new stuff.
Mix it up. Bernie?
I didn't go with the narrative filmmaking thing. I said Jack wants to be less fat. Okay, now here's why I said that. Jack had like the best year ever last year. Like sometimes it's like at the end of the year, think, could you pick an MVP for the year? And every fucking year it's like harder and harder to do. But Jack, like obviously at the end of last year, made like this hardcore push for like, Extra Life, everything that went on with Achievement Hunter, getting married. He had like the perfect year.
It was a good
right?
year. Even RTX was like it was all a lot of good stuff stacked on top of each other.
And I don't know how many people know. I don't think we ever talked about this before. Jack and I, when you started Achievement Hunter, you and I had a weight loss contest. I topped
Yeah.
out at 250.
Yeah.
Jack kicked my ass so bad in that weight loss contest that I had to stop. Like I got like I can't take this abuse. We had like a weekly goal.
I think it was something like that, or it was you got paid per week. Like whoever won the week would get like $25.
Right. We would weigh in every week, and whoever lost like the biggest percentage would pay the other person $20. Jack like decimated me every single week for like 6 weeks. So I owed Jack like $120. I was like, this is killing my resolve.
Yeah.
I can't do this. I can't do that. So, and I saw a picture of you the other day where I think you've already started to lose weight, where you were at the go-karting thing for your birthday.
Yeah.
And that was a good picture of you.
Thank you.
I think this is Jack's here to get in shape.
Yeah, that was another one of sort of my sub targets lose a little bit of weight. So
Everyone else was a lot more positive than me. I'm feeling bad for being such a negative person. Bernie, what was yours?
Mine was to be more focused on projects and not like spread myself thin over a bunch of stuff and by focusing on one thing at a time, get more stuff done. That's mine.
Mine, I feel like, is a subset breakout of that. It was be better at responding to my emails.
Okay.
I've gotten good about that recently.
You have gotten better.
Yeah.
Jack was there neck and neck with Bernie.
All right.
And I was always perfect from day one.
You are fast. You are surprisingly fast at responding to emails.
I'm replying to your email right now, guys.
All right, great.
For today's podcast.
About whether or not you can come on today's podcast,
Yeah.
which never got a reply.
I almost have responded to it. I should not say that. That would be bad.
So
for me
this
to
is
say that.
mine for Burnie.
Yours for Burnie.
Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
Nice. Mine was gonna be, well, it's not gonna be, it is. Be more impulsive. You became wildly successful 2003 kind of time.
Yeah,
It took you 11 years to buy a nice car.
that is true.
Yeah.
I'd say his
Should have
truck
done
was
it
nice.
sooner. I
Yeah,
reckon.
that's you mean more impulsive financially? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying?
just be like, I should have a nice thing. I'm gonna buy it and then buy it. Instead of wait 11 years and then buy it.
I make, and Gus can attest to this, I make any purchase probably over $1,000, it takes me 4 to 6 months to make, at least.
Yeah.
At least.
At least, yeah.
Yeah.
And if it's a
I had the
car, if it's
same-
like a 10,000 or more, that's a year.
Yeah,
or
you've
two.
been thinking about this car for multiple years.
Yeah.
All right, what was your resolution for Bernie?
So mine for Bernie, I want Bernie to write a new RT short. I would like to see an original script RT short from Mr. Burns.
Okay. I haven't written one of those in a long time. I
You
wrote the
haven't?
Vines, but I haven't written a short in a long
Yeah.
time. Oh, it's not true. I wrote the Amazon one.
Oh, did you?
The drone
Yeah.
one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
No, but I hadn't. That one was like I wrote in like 4 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that. I would like to. I'm working on some of our projects.
You're writing, you're writing some interesting stuff.
So
Yeah.
your resolution for him is for him to do his job. Is that what you're saying?
but I mean, he's like you said, he's kind of done. He's sort of transferred into a bunch of new stuff, and that's something like I remember like the first 2 seasons of RT Shorts. I thought were like amazing. I love that stuff.
Those
and,
were a lot of fun.
and like a lot of that stuff. I know you wrote a bunch of those. Like Matt and Joel wrote a bunch of those.
The
And so
beard
I
one,
like-
I think, is still one of my favorite videos on the internet.
People
is the
are still
saving face one.
asking how we did that.
Oh my god.
like Gus with no eyebrows is the creepiest thing ever.
That's a fucking pain in the ass. Bye.
Why don't
Bye now.
Why don't boats have wheels? In the